In this video, I want to show you how to use the MyLABBox STD at-home test in order to collect your blood sample and then mail it in. There's a few tests that does collect blood, like the Hep B, C, syphilis, and HIV, or some of them that MyLABBox uses in order to submit. I want to show you how to do that now. So I ordered this online and took about a week to get here, and so they sent me this kit, and the only thing I have to do is fill out this kit, provide my sample, mail it back in, and then I should be able to get my results via email or basically online to get the test. So this video will show you how to use MyLABBox to get a lot of the tests done through testing, and then just go to once you get your kit in, of course, go to MyLABBox.com at register, and that's when you actually register with MyLABBox. You enter in this code, you put in your information, and then when you mail it in a few days, you should be able to read your test. For whatever reason, if you are positive, they'll give you a free phone consultation where they can talk to you about the results, and then probably they'd want you to follow up with a healthcare provider. All right, so here's the kit. Pretty self-explanatory. This is where I want to put my samples at, a total of 5 samples I'm going to put here. I want to put my name here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Here's the little gauzes. And this is where I want to be mailing the package to. So basically you put your sample in here, put your sticker there, and then mail it. All right. Now here's my bio thing, and what we're going to do is, after it's complete, I'm going to put everything back in here and then mail that off. Band-aids for after I get the specimen. Here's 2 lancets. That's basically what we're going to be poking our finger with. 1 and 2. You want to keep this in the bag. And here's, I already washed my hands, so you know, so you should wash your hands with soap and water beforehand. All right. Let's go ahead and clean. You want to get the lancet and you want to poke either the index finger, or actually the ring finger or the middle finger. And what we're going to do is we're going to, once we get our blood sample, we're going to start at the very center and we'll work our way down. And you want it to basically be solid red, like a garnet red on all, like 5 dots of red, or 5 round circles of red. You don't want to have any white showing, preferably. And if it runs across the line, that's okay, but you really want to prevent the blood from getting into the other circle. And this is what we're going to wrap our finger with after we get our sample. There's 1 gauze, 2 gauze. All right, we'll go ahead and get our sample right here. And I might have to use both lancets, which is fine. And after we're done with the lancets, we're going to also put that in a biohazard bag as well. You want to keep the lancets. You're going to keep this little pack here, which just keeps it fresh. You want to keep that in there as well. And what they'll do is they'll dispose of these lancets there at the lab. All right, so the only thing you have to do is press down on it real firmly. What you want to do is you want to push your finger up. And you're going to let that hold there. Get some more blood out. So basically you're trying to fill out that whole circle. Let's go to the next circle. Again, if it's okay if it goes over the line, no big deal. We're trying to cover this whole circle. You keep pressing like that. All right, that should be good for that one, but let me do a little bit more. All right, now I'll start on the third. Might have to go with another finger here, which is fine. And after we've done all 5 circles, we're going to let it sit in the air. You don't put the thing back on it. You let it sit in the air for 30 minutes. You don't try to make it dry purposefully. You don't use a hair dryer or whatever. Just keep it at room temperature. You keep it at room temperature for 30 minutes, and then you seal it back up. So it looks like it only took 1 lancet for this one. That's good. This was a lot easier than I thought it would be. At the beginning, I was like, what the heck? I didn't think it was going to last this long. All right. Now let's get our gauze. That should be good. All right, now I'm going to let this sit for 30 minutes. I'm going to time it and let it sit for 30 minutes. Go ahead, let's see if I can put that back in. Yep. Okay, as we're waiting the 30 minutes, one thing you want to do is take your sample and gently look on the very back, and you want to make sure that it's gone all the way through the paper. So that's a good sign. If it's gone through, if the blood's gone all the way through the paper on all 5 sample circles, then you're good. All right, 30 minutes. Okay, it has been 30 minutes to dry. And of course, like I showed you earlier, the blood's going all the way through, which is a good thing. And the only thing you have to do is tuck this top cover here underneath the sample like this. All right. And then what we're going to do is put your name here and the date. And you want to make sure the date, here's your laboratory requisition form. Make sure the date matches that. And then fill out all your information, your phone number, your address, and all that good stuff. You've already registered online, and so the only thing you have to do is get your little bag that they provide. Here's the prepaid mailing thing, so you don't have to pay anything at the post office. Okay, and then the contents of our bag, we're going to get our biohazard bag. Remember, you got the biohazard dye pack here. You keep that in there. You put both lancets in there. I only used one, but we put both of them in, and they'll dispose of them there at the lab. And then you put your card. Make sure you put your name on there, of course. You seal it up, and I'll fill that out later. I want to fill this out later. But you put your requisition form, your biohazard bag in here. You drop it off. It should take about 5 days. They'll get it. They'll test your sample there at the lab. And then you can look online and then see what your results are. So I'll be back in about 5 to 10 days whenever I get my results back online. Okay, so I mailed in my test. It's been a week. They notified me by email that they received it. It's been a couple of days. So I went on the website and my results are in. So basically you just go to MyLABBox.com. And I was already logged in, but just logged in to where you registered it. And the only thing you have to do is go up here where it says My Account. And then from there, it shows your recent orders, your test results, etc., etc. So you just click on Test Results. And then if it's not, if they have not got the results yet, they should email you when they get the results. but I know I had the results because it says right over here, see results, and then it says download all results. So you can download it to PDF, or I just clicked on see results, and then from there, this is the test that you get, that it's done in the lab, and it gives all your information, and it shows when it's collected. So my test results is a negative. So that's good news. Now, it is possible that a person can have a negative and they contracted it years ago or months ago, and it was acute and it did not become chronic. If it's positive, then that means it's chronic, especially if it's been months since you contracted it, or years. But don't be alarmed. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's causing damage. You do definitely need to seek medical care, however, so they can treat it. They'll give you like lab test on your liver to see if it's doing any damage. If it's chronic, they'll test your liver enzymes. It is possible you're chronic, but you might not have any damage to your body. But definitely seek out medical help, further medical help. And the good thing about MyLABBox is if you are positive, they'll give you a free consultation and give you help to where you could go to get help. So that's the good news. I'll put a link in the comment section where you can go to MyLABBox and get $15 off of your first order. Most tests range from $60 to $150. They actually have a whole panel of STD tests at a really affordable rate, which tests gonorrhea, syphilis, HIV, all those for like one test. The Hep B, the one that I took, you have to get separate, and it was around $90. But if you get your $15 off, that's $15 off. So again, link in the comment section. Again, don't be too alarmed if you are positive. It's not that big of a deal. In 2025, 21st century, they got things that they could do to care. All right, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe.